Hello, I'm Jolico, the JoJo maniac. Today I will review JoJo's third story all at once. The third story introduced the audience to the concept of stands for the first time, which provided the basis for battle using special abilities in the Japanese comic world. Review videos of the other stories are posted. Please watch them too. So let's go! Prologue. The story is several decades after the second story. Joseph becomes a grandfather, and the story begins when he hears that his grandson Jotaro has gone to jail from his daughter Holly, who married a Japanese man. Jotaro has willingly turned himself into jail because suddenly one day he is possessed by an evil spirit which does bad things. The identity of the evil spirit is an ability, stand, and it has appeared in Joseph at the same time in Jotaro. Joseph has come to visit Japan with his friend Abdul, who also can use stand, and he tells Jotaro about stand. The reason the stand in both Jotaro and Joseph has appeared is that Dio, who had stolen the body of Jonathan, has woken up for the first time in 100 years. Reviving Dio sends a stand using Kakyoin to Jotaro in order to exterminate Jonathan's remaining descendants and to dominate the world. Jotaro struggles with Kakyoin's stand, High Elephant Green, but he defeats Kakyoin by his stand, Star Platinum. Jotaro removes flesh part of Dio that brainwashes someone on Kakyoin's forehead. Kakyoin joins with the group. After that, a stand appears in Jotaro's mother, Holly, because of Dio's curse. Holly, who is a peaceful character, does not have the willpower to control the stand and collapses from high fever. Her life is in danger. Time limit is for 50 days. They find out that Dio is in Egypt by using Joseph's hermit purple and travel to defeat Dio and to save Holly's life. To Hong Kong. They head for Egypt by plane, but they are attacked by a stand using of a stag beetle on the plane, and the plane crashes. Then they head for Egypt by land, but a stand using Jean-Pierre Polnareff in Hong Kong attacks them as a Dio's assassin. Abdul defeats Polnareff, then his flesh body is removed, and Polnareff becomes a member of the group. After that, they head for the destination by ship, but they head by land again because a Dio's assassin has taken the shape of the captain. Successive battles against stand usings. Various kinds of stand usings attack them in the middle of heading for Egypt by land. Devo the Cursed. Stand, Ebony Devil. He fights with Polnareff by using his stand of a puppet operated by the power of curse. Rubber Soul. Stand, Yellow Temperance. He fights with Jotaro by using his stand of gel integrated offense and defense, which absorbs an attack by an enemy. J-Guy. Stand, Hanged Man. Stand which makes an attack through a mirror. J-Guy, who killed Polnareff's little sister, defeats Abdul by catching him off guard. Kakyoin realizes that J-Guy is a stand of light, and he and Polnareff defeat J-Guy. How Horse. Stand, Emperor. He can control trajectory freely by a stand of a handgun. He and J-Guy defeats Abdul, but when J-Guy is defeated, he runs away. Nena. Stand, Empress. He fights with Joseph by a parasite stand that grows as a bruise of a human face. Zizi. Stand, Wheel of Fortune. A stand that transforms a car into a monstrous machine by combining the car with himself. Zizi fights with the group. Enya the Hag. Stand, Justice. A stand that controls a dead body and a human's body by smoke. Enya the Hag is J-Guy's mother, and hates Polnareff and Home Horse, but Jotaro has attacked to defeat her. Steely Dan, Stan, Lovers. A microscopic stand that infiltrates from someone's ear and offenses inside the body. Kakyoin has attacked to defeat Steely Dan. Arabia Fats, Stand, Sun. A stand that is a shape akin to the sun and shoots the laser. He is killed in a second. Manish Boy, Stand, Death 13. A stand that appears into a dream and offenses one-sidedly. Nobody notices the identity because it is a baby, but Kakyoin notices it and defeats him. Kamio, Stand, Judgment. A stand that seemingly grants all three wishes creates a clay doll that resembles a dead person to stimulate an enemy's trauma and offenses it. Abdul, who has been thought of being killed by J. Guile, is actually alive and defeats him with Polnareff. Midla, Stan, High Priestess. She attacks the group hiding as a submarine by using a stand that fuses with any non-organic material like mineral materials. All of her teeth are broken by Star Platinum and she is defeated. Joining with Iggy. When the group arrives at Egypt, Speedwagon Foundation brings a new member by helicopter. The member is a dog called Iggy. Iggy uses a strong stand that controls sand, but he's not really cooperative. Fights with Egypt 9 Glory Gods. Egypt 9 Glory Gods under Dio's control appear in Egypt. Endo, Stan, God Geb. He attacks the group after the group joins with Iggy. Jotaro and Iggy barely defeat him. Kakyoin leaves the group once because his eyes have been injured by Endo. Oingo and Boingo, Stand, God Toph, and God Kunum. They are brothers who use a stand, and the big brother Oingo transforms into Jotaro with his stand and joins with the group. The little brother Boingo supports Oingo with his stand that can predict the future. Even though Oingo joined with the group by disguising, they do not notice that he tries to attack them and he ends up ruining his own. God Anubis. A stand that fights by controlling someone who has a sword with a stand. Polnareff picks up the sword and his silver chariot and God Anubis torment Jotaro. Mariah, Stand, Goddess Bastet. A stand generates magnetism that becomes strong over time. Joseph and Abdul defeat Mariah. Alessi, Stand, God Sethon. A stand that makes someone young again. The stand can make someone even a fetus if he touches the stand alone, but Alessi is defeated by Polnareff. Daniel J. Derby, Stand, God Osiris. A stand that transforms an enemy whom he wins against at gambling into a coin. He loses heart due to Jotaro's bluff and is defeated. Pet Shop, Stand, God Horus. A stand using of a falcon that uses eyes. He guards Dio's mansion, but Iggy defeats him. Going in Dio's mansion. The group finally finds Dio's mansion. Kakyoin, who has left the group, joins with it again. Going in Dio's mansion, the group is divided into the two groups: Jotaro, Kakyoin, Joseph, and Polnareff, Abdul, Iggy. And each group is attacked by each assassin. Terence T. Derby, whose older brother Derby has been killed, attacks Jotaro's group. He takes the soul of whom he wins against like his brother and can read the other person's mind by asking, but he is defeated by the combination of Jotaro and Joseph. On the other hand, when Polnareff's group goes in Dio's mansion, a stand appears in the empty space all of a sudden and attacks them. To help Polnareff, who does not notice the stand, Abdul acts as a substitute for him and dies. The enemy is Dio's right arm, Vanilla Ice. His stand, Cream, is able to control a dark space and eliminate someone into pieces who is into the space. Polnareff and Iggy defeat Vanilla Ice, but Iggy dies. A fight with Dio. In spite of the ultimate sacrifice of Abdul and Iggy, the group finally gets to Dio. Because if all of them fought with Dio without knowing his stand, the group would be annihilated. The group divides into the two, Joseph, Kakyoin, and Jotaro Polnareff. Then Joseph and Kakyoin fight with Dio first. Kakyoin notices that Dio's stand is to stop time, but he is defeated. He sends a message to Joseph by using the last of his strength and dies. Joseph notices Dio's stand by the message and informs Jotaro, but he is stabbed with a knife. Jotaro is angry and fights with Dio. A stand that stops time also appears in Jotaro in the middle of the fight. Finally, Jotaro defeats Dio and the fight finishes. Epilogue. Joseph is thought of being dead but revives by getting a blood transfusion from Dio. In spite of the sacrifice of Kakyoin, Abdul, and Iggy, the long-standing fight between the Joestar and Dio ends and Holly is saved. It is all settled. Therefore, this is the summary of JoJo's third story. In the third story, you can not only see hard fights with enemies but enjoy the travel of the group. Read the story on this occasion if you have not read it yet, please. I am glad if you tell me about the interesting things of the third story on the comment section. See you again. Bye bye.